Welcome to this video on fourth generation of computers. This learning video will enable you to identify the fourth generation of computers, examine the technology used in this generation, and explain the developments in this generation. The fourth generation of computers were characterized by the use of the microprocessor in the CPU. The microprocessor is a single chip containing thousands of ICs on it. It is considered as the heart of all workstations and personal computers. The central processing unit is built using these microprocessors. Microprocessors are differed from integrated circuits. The three essential characteristics that differentiate microprocessors from integrated circuits are instruction set, bandwidth, and clock speed. Instruction set: the set of instructions that the microprocessor can execute. Bandwidth: the number of bits processed in a single instruction. Clock speed: the speed at which the instructions are processed per second by the processor. The unit of clock speed is megahertz. The speed of the CPU is determined by the clock speed. For example, a 32-bit microprocessor that runs at 50 MHz is more powerful than a 16-bit microprocessor that runs at 25 MHz. Microprocessors have reduced the size of the computers to such an extent that the first generation computers that filled the entire room are now reduced to a size that could fit in the palm of our hands. Intel 4004 chip. Intel 4004 chip, developed in 1971, combined all the components of the computer from the central processing unit and memory to input-output controls on a single chip. The CPU is the brain of a computer and the most important component. Most calculations take place in the CPU. On large machines, CPUs require one or more printed circuit boards. On personal computers and small workstations, the CPU is housed on a single chip called a microprocessor. The CPU consists of two typical components: the arithmetic logic unit, which performs arithmetic and logical operations, and the control unit, which extracts instructions from memory and manipulates them. In 1981, IBM introduced the first computer for home users, and in 1984, Apple introduced the Macintosh. Microprocessors are also used in desktop computers and in many areas of life. Fourth generation computers gave rise to networking. As these small computers became more powerful, they were linked together to form networks, which eventually led to the development of the Internet. Fourth generation computers also saw the development of GUIs, the mouse and handheld devices. Key points discussed in this video. The fourth generation of computers was designed and developed in 1971. Thousands of integrated chips built into a single silicon chip is a microprocessor. Instruction set, bandwidth, and clock speed are the essential characteristics of microprocessor. Microprocessor have reduced the size of the computer from size of a room to the size of a palm. Intel 4004 chip is a combination of all the components of the computer in a single chip. CPU is the most important element of the computer and require one or more printed circuit boards or is housed in a single chip called microprocessor.